Hey, what's going on, RazManites? You all know that I normally try to film at night to avoid the background noise that you're going to hear in this episode, but this was such a big occasion that I had to make sure that I got it filmed and up today because I couldn't do it yesterday when it actually happened because of Easter Sunday. What am I talking about? There are now 1,000 of you out there. That's right, 1,000 subscribers to the RazManites reality. So I'm going to talk about what this honor means to me today on the RazManites reality. Hi, you like that? You guys and gals like that out there? That is the much talked about brand new intro for the show. I didn't get the new theme like I wanted to, so it might change again. And I actually don't even know if it's complete down here in overlay. You'll know right now. But there's one other thing that I want to do with it that I don't think I was able to do in time today. But that is at least a taste of what the new intro for the RazManites reality is going to be. So let me know if you like it, what you think of it, if I should make any changes to it. In addition to the one that I said might need to be made as I planned it. But yes, wow, 1,000 subscribers. I just have no words. There are literally no words for me to talk about how I'm feeling right now, but I gotta try. When I started this, I did it because I saw the guy in Sean McLean, who some of you probably know as Darren Isaac, who did the same type of videos that I thought that I would be good at doing, and did it in the exact same way that I thought I would be good in doing it as, presenting videos as though they were on your own television show. I had some experience with that in high school, doing independent television and high school radio. So I saw the videos, his videos, I got inspired, and I said I'm going to give this a try, mostly due to his own encouragement. Sean's own encouragement, Sean's own words. We'll have more on him in a minute. But I tried it, and I said if it works, it works. If it doesn't, hey, at least I'd say that I tried it. And at first I didn't even want to, because for those of you that have been here right from the very beginning, you know that I started on probably the worst camera in the history of existence. It's literally called Basic Webcam. It had no capture card, and Windows Movie Maker, which was the software I was using at the time before I got Sony Vegas, was doing all the capturing for me. So it was literally about as old school as you can get in terms of doing online video. But I plugged it on, I gave it a shot, and I started out 10 of you, 20 of you, and now here we sit today at 1,000 subscribers in just under 2 years. It will be the 2 year, or just under 3 years, sorry. It'll be no, I was right the first time, just under 2 years. It'll be the 3-year mark on January 31st of 2011, or excuse me, December the 31st of 2011. I started the last day of the year in 2009. So this is an amazing turnaround for me in such a short time. And it's not just because of the fact that there are so many people out there on YouTube who do what I do. Let's be honest. I have a disability, and even though in my mind I did this because I wanted to inspire other people like me to say that if you have a voice, use it, there was no guarantee that I was going to be accepted. With the field that I was working in and the circumstances that I had to overcome, there was no guarantee that I was going to be accepted. And not only does this number here today prove that you accepted me, but the last year or so of this show proves that you accepted me. And what I mean by that is, a lot of you know what my situation is and why my income is so low. And without all of you being willing to send me material, send me movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, all kinds of different things in packages, this show would not have been what it has been in the last year. It has literally been you, the RazManites, who have kept this show alive. And I cannot thank you enough. I mean, there are just no words. And I would love from the bottom of my heart to be able to do a contest for you guys right now. But for the same reasons that I just got done talking about, it is not feasible at this point in time. But I want to do something for all of you. So I want to know what it is that you want me to do. Do you want me to do a showcase series where some of you who are under, say, the 300 to 500 subscriber mark get showcased on this show? Do interviews with me or something like that? Do you want another Q&A video? I haven't done one of those. I think since the 500 subscriber mark, might have been the 400 subscriber mark. I'll double check it. And if it was the 400 mark, it'll be an overlay. So I could do another one of those. Or I could do a you pick the episode kind of a thing where you tell me what you want me to review and I'll review it. So those are your choices right now. Since I don't have the means to do a contest, vote on those three things. RazMan's Reality Showcase interviews, a Q&A, or a you pick the episode. Tell me in your comments below, along with your congratulations or whatever else you choose to put down in your comments below. Tell me how you want me to thank you for this milestone. And we'll go from there. Now, there are people that I have to thank above all others. Not to single anybody out, because you're all a part of what I do. And I think I've made that very, very clear. Hopefully I have. If I haven't, thank you, thank you, thank you. No one person is more important than another. However, there are people who I would not have reached this moment without their help. So I do need to give them some time and some recognition. And sorry if there was any angle change there. As per usual, the camera dies before I can finish filming. First person I have to talk about is Civilian Snowman. Jack. Jack is a guy that I met through YouTube, through doing this in 2009. Just a short while after I started to pick up steam. And I found him because he did an impression of another guy who I'm close to, who I'll talk about next. And he and I started chatting over Skype, and now I'm proud and humbled to say that Civilian Snowman is my best friend in the entire world. One of them anyway. And he's a guy who, he's talked about it in videos of his own where he's mentioned me. He and I have a very strange relationship. he pretty much verbally beats me up every time he talks to me. But he does it in a way where I know that he's completely teasing and never serious about it. And he's the guy that I know that if push came to shove and I needed to go into battle with someone, this would be the first guy that I would turn to. He's sent me 3 or 4 packages now. You know, there are just no words for the amount of thank yous that I owe Jack, biggest of which is not just because on a personal level. I talked about the fact that everybody that I'm going to try and single out here are people that I would not have reached this mark without. And Jack is right at the top of that list because from the moment Jack and I became friends, Jack has shouted me out in every single shout-out video he's ever done, pretty much. So I would know that I would not be where I am without him and his subscribers coming over to me. So, Jack, thank you. Thank you. You are a humble, faithful friend, and you are the best. Next up, oh, and by the way, if you didn't pick up on it, normally when I do shout-outs like this, I try to do overlay of everybody's channel, but I'm going to get as many names out as I possibly can in this video before it becomes abnormally long. So, because of that, I'm going to be talking about so many people that I just want you to click the description box below or do YouTube searches yourself to try to find these people, because I won't be able to fit them all in overlay because there'll be so many that I'm saying and talking about. So, next up we have the guy I mentioned at the outset. That was my inspiration for even being on YouTube in the first place, Sean McLean, RazManites. This is a guy who, as I've said, I admired what he was doing, and I finally got up enough guts to start talking to him through comments. And he actually said to me at one point, I don't know if I'll remember this, but I swear to God, Sean, it's the truth. He said to me at one point that I was too good to just be making comments on videos, that I needed to be making my own videos. And so I did. And that's where we stand. And over the time that I've been here, Sean has become a very close friend. We don't talk as much as either one of us would like to because of his schedule and my schedule and being in different time zones. But Sean is another one of those guys that he's proven to me that I can count on him anytime I need him, and I would not be where I am without him. I'm consistently in his shout-out box all the time, and whenever I need advice, he's there for me. Whenever I choose to thank him through video, like I've done in the past, he features it on his channel. I absolutely can say with 100% certainty that RazManites is a huge part of the success of the RazManites reality. So, thank you, Sean. Next up, we have Do Not Take It Seriously and Sgt. Pepper 1138, who without them, I currently would not have HD capability, as the original copy that I had of Sony Vegas quit on me, and they actually got me the version that I am now using, and would not allow me to work out any kind of payment plan to pay them back. They did it as a purely gift. So, to them, I owe everything that I do from now until the end of time to, more than likely. So, thank you for your friendship and for the awesome gift that was Sony Vegas. Next up, we have a guy by the name of Bookhouseboy77, Eric, and his friend Sana and him. These are two people that I loved watching their videos and got to know them through watching their videos, and they ended up liking me just the same. And just as I mentioned with Jack and Sean, Eric numerous times has shouted me out trying to get more subscribers to come my way, and I know that I wouldn't be here without him. So thank you, Eric, for your shout outs, for your package, and for your friendship. And Sana, thank you to you as well for being there with Eric and being someone that I've had the pleasure of getting to know. Next up, I want to talk about a guy that I just recently began to know in the last year, and a guy who is clearly now one of my very best friends, and that is Clinton, aka Cynical44. Clinton is a guy that I started liking his videos, and then I felt kind of stupid because I didn't realize that he had been a long time subscriber of mine before I found him. So it was kind of like a reverse circle kind of thing. But ever since I started talking to Clinton, he is another one of those guys that I can just talk to for hours, another one of those guys that's just done an unbelievable amount of above and beyond effort to help me, giving me packages, all of that. So Clinton, you're a great friend. Thank you for everything. Next up we have Travis Beerwagon, aka Planet Beerwagon. Another guy who I'm a big admirer of his. He has been a long subscriber of mine, and every chance he gets, he shouts me out and tries to help me get more support. So thank you, Travis, for everything you do. Next up we have DVD Emma. Emma's a really cool girl who I have had the privilege of getting to know since I started here. We have a lot in common. Every time that I'm able to catch her, which is not as often as I would like these days because of time zone differences, but every time I'm able to catch her for conversation, she and I can just talk for hours and never get bored with each other. She's an awesome friend and an awesome supporter, so thank you, Emma. Next up, we have a guy who is brand new to YouTube, but through being brand new to YouTube and originally just wanting advice and things from me from a video maker standpoint, has turned into one of my very favorite people on the planet. And I'm talking about Ryan Chataway, aka RChataway87. Ryan, thank you for being such a great friend. Thank you for always being there for me as someone I can turn to. And I look forward to getting to know you even better once you finally get your computer situation straightened out and you can get Skype and I can introduce you to all the other people that I've talked about, and you can officially become part of the circle because you're great at what you do and you need so much more subscribers and support than what you're getting now. So if you haven't subscribed to RChataway87, the same as anyone that I've talked about here, but RChataway87 especially, if you don't know who he is, please subscribe to him. Next up, I don't know if this guy is actually around on YouTube anymore because I never see him do a video, but I always just shorten his name to M-Size, or to borrow a phrase from Sean when he talks about another subscriber of his named David. I call him M-Size a bunch of numbers because I can never exactly remember what a YouTube username is. But this is a guy who was one of my very first RazManites and has been there with me from the beginning. So thank you, M-Size, for all of your support. Sorry once again for any angle change. The camera died for a second time before I could finish. Next up, we have DVD Weasel, my good buddy Liam. It's a guy that I met through Jack. He's pretty much Jack's clone, except a few years younger. Great guy, a lot of fun to be around, and just a barrel of laughs. Liam, thank you for your friendship and your support. And finally, because I know from being in the editing, editing the first 2 parts of this episode while I was waiting to film the finale, since I am pushing almost 30 minutes, I'm going to end the episode now by giving a shout out to the guy who was the magic number. At the time of the filming of this episode, I'm at 1,002 subscribers, but the guy who was the magic number of 1,000 is a guy by the name of Cinema Sickness. So, thank you for being the 1,000th subscriber to the RazManites Reality, and hopefully I'll gain your continued support. But if I didn't mention your name, and you know that we're close, and you know that I wouldn't be where I am without you, just consider this a thank you to you again and again. Just please let me know how you want to celebrate this milestone. Thank you so much, infinitely, 100 million times over, to every single one of you. I'm going through really a tremendously hard time right now personally. These videos have not just become not just something that I do because I want to do them, but they've literally become a solace, something I can do to get my mind off my problems that I'm going through, and know that I'm going to have people that are going to appreciate my time and my effort. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone for everything. So again, don't forget to vote on how you want to help me celebrate this milestone. And this is reality according to the RazMan. In RazMan style, it's not just a catchphrase, but a way